everyone, and welcome back to Master Sight. Today I'll have game 2 of the Battles and Beers, where we're going to continue to scout and find out. And I'll be playing against Phillip Cox and his Riftforged Orcs. So let's go ahead, dive into his list, and we will get to the game. So Phillip's Riftforged Orcs is all punch, as most orc lists are. He's got 2 regiments of Morax. He has 2 hordes of the Legionnaires. He has a horde of Hellstrikers with J-Boots. He has 3 Stormslayers, the mini giants, which I do really like those guys. He has a War Drum. He has the Stormforged Shrine. He has 2 Stormbringers on Hellstrikers. And he has Vodler coming in at 13 drops, 26 unit strength. Yeah. And Philip was kind enough to send me a couple pictures. I didn't have any great ones, but this is his troop of centaurs that won the player's choice for painting competition. So awesome there. And then here is his army. Sorry, not the most high resolution pictures, but you can see the Morax, the Hordes, Hellstrikers. The 3 guys in the red are his the troll guys, and then Vodler's got the big axe. So, yeah. So game 2 is when it started to rain on us a little bit. I mean, there was pools of water a couple of times on our table, which I argued means that it's all difficult terrain and Sylvan can have Pathfinder, so it should be in my benefit. But I failed to acknowledge the fact that Riftforged Orcs controlled the storms. So, yeah, a little foreshadowing there. But scenario wise, we got Raise. So we go from probably our best scenario in Invade to our absolute worst scenario because you know what? I'm not sticking around in the deployment zone to pick up tokens and carry them across the board. We're scouting. So, so you can see here, I left all my tokens on the back edge of the boards over here because who cares? It was fun. I mean, the right play would have been to just like leave this regiment back there or the troop of glade stalkers or something and have them carry all the tokens that they can hold forward and eventually distribute them. But like I said, there's no fun in that. So we went straight in for it. So this is after my scout, and I believe it's after Vodler's redeploy as well, which happens after the scout. I'll be honest, I was kind of half thinking that he, if he was playing just to win the scenario, he would just redeploy Vodler to the opposite corner over here, with all 3 tokens, then put on him, walk across, and fly 2 of his Manticore guys over to meet them on that side of the board. But yeah, that's no fun. So Vodler just kind of stayed in the fight here. So Philip did deploy off the line. I believe it was like 2 to 2.5 inches back off the line. So none of my speed 6 nimble units could get there. It was only going to be a couple of certain types of units that could make it. So the speed 7 units in the character and the horde could make it. And then I took this unit, the boss race with nimble, ran them up as far as they could go, did a nimble pivot to get us a little bit closer. And now they have a chance if we get, a high wild charge roll to be able to charge on the first turn. So, yeah, we're playing for first turn. Who cares? Let's go. Yeah. So, got the nimble tree herder out on the left, Wilt Daddy in the center, the nimble boss grace, other boss grace, the force special upgraded ones. These are speed 7. They have the elite. Obviously, the character, the Meat of Madness unit, the other, what's it called? Forest Warden. We got Forest Guard, Glade Stalkers, and I believe I missed this guy, the last Forest Warden here, who I don't know why I didn't run him up further. I probably just should have just go right up behind this unit, but anyway. Yeah, so that was deployment, redeploy. He had Vodler in the back corner, so he just moved him up here. Um, yeah, so yeah, I don't think it's a good idea, but we're gonna try and charge turn one. Yeah. So, and I should go over his list. So Philip had both Morax, hordes of legionnaires. He had one, two, three of the troll guys. His flyboy, war drum, hell strikers, and then the shrine along with Vodler. So I did get first turn. So hey, maybe we got a shot. I should also mention tokens. He put one token in each horde and one on the shrine, as you do. So I got first turn and I move like this. I back off a little bit in the middle to try and prevent the charges. I did go over pick up this token with the Forest Warden. Um, Probably shouldn't even cared about it, but oh well, we did it. So, and then I positioned on the left. I did a charge. I moved the tree herder in such a way that yes, we're going to eat Vodler in the flank and Hellstrikers in the front, but I'm expecting we got a decent shot of holding on that because he can't get the Hell Shrine or the Storm Shrine in range to like Bane Chant and buff the units up effectively. So yeah, and then I get this guy in range to cast a Bane Chant into the combats here. So and then I move the other troop up on the hill out of range to be charged by any of the flyers and stuff. Yeah. So, what else was there? I don't think I did anything else. So yeah, shooting. We shot at this guy. We have a decent amount of shooting. We have 22 shots with elite. These things are only defense 4. We did 4 wounds, so maybe a little less than average, but oh well, we're hitting him. Um, yeah, would really like to have obviously killed him, but dash 14 and it's not terribly realistic to do that. So yeah, and then combats we did well. We killed the regiment of Morax with the both units going in. They did a good job there. Ran forward a little bit with the individual, and then reformed because Vodler was over here, so we kept this unit and Vodler in the front. We are outside of the flank of the Hellstrikers. I don't think they would have fit anyway, but yeah. So that's how we repositioned, and then on Phillips, so top turn one, we accomplished our goals. We weren't in our deployment zone. We killed something on a charge turn one. We're doing it, boys. 2 for 2. We should just quit while we're ahead. So Philip's turn here. He goes ahead and moves forward aggressively as he should. So he does a triple charge over here. So he went with the Hellstriker character, the Hellstrikers, and Vodler in the flank. Going all in on this guy. Again, he can't get any Bane Chant support, so they're all wounding me on 4s. It's a lot of attacks. It's definitely going to hurt, but I have a chance because let's see here. It's all either Crush 2 or Crush 1 Thunder 1. It's all hitting on 3s. So Bodler's, what does he have? 7 attacks, I want to say. Is that right? Let's double check. Yeah, 7 attacks. So Vodler's got 14 plus the 5 here is 19 plus 18. So he's got 37 attacks on threes. So we're looking at, let's see here, 20, 22 hits roughly, and then fours, so 11 wounds. So brutal. So six twice on averages. Definitely don't like those odds, um, but like I said, what the hell? And it requires him to do a triple charge. Um, so yeah. Also, I'll say these guys kind of whiffed a little bit. I think they only had 4 hits, which was stupid bad. So our fours aren't rolling as good as the last game. So yeah, and then he took both of these guys into my guys double charging. So I really wish that this regiment out on the right was faster or nimble because they're out of range to support in the center currently, which really stinks. So, and then this is where the pain starts. The storm calls, and you can see we're getting more wet on the table here. 2 lightning bolt wounds and a waiver onto the troop. Oh no! I really needed that troop for the counter because I have a surgible unit behind him. I have the troop in front. He would have a lot of difficulties, really kind of reforming out of it. And I also have Wilt Daddy looking at the flank over here. So if he doesn't break him, Wilt Daddy's just got an easy flank on this horde, and that might be all she wrote. So, um, yeah. So but he does kill the tree herder, and he does a reform like so. So he reforms the horde, then he overruns, and then he turns to face this direction, which is a mistake because of where I'm positioned. I'm actually in his flank arc currently. If I do just a 180. So not something that I saw at the time, but something that we'll notice here in just a moment. So and it'd be so juicy having the flank off the hill here. Oh man, I'm really sad that boss race don't get to go murder. Speaking of murdering boss race, he did that to that unit of boss race over there, and then reformed like so. So this the uh, Forest Warden held didn't get wavered, so that's nice. But and this is how it looks going into top of 2. So Wilt Daddy had to go into his horde here. We double charged this horde, Cloak of Death going around. We ran the Forest Warden up on the hill. We turned these guys around 180 to get a surge off on them. We charge into that unit there. Over here, we charge the leftmost unit. The right unit is the one that we've been shooting, so we're going to shoot at it again. Hopefully, we get a kill, and I was able to back up this troop outside of his Hellstriker. So that's always nice. But the regiment wasn't able to back out, so we're just setting it up to where if he comes in, we'll just try to do a flank on him. And we get the surge successfully into the flank back here. So I mean, with this guy right here, like that's a lot. What is that? 36 attacks on fours with the lead. And then crush 1 vicious. So we're looking at 36 attacks on fours and fours with elite and vicious. So without elite and vicious, what is that? 18 hits, 9 wounds on average, and he had 1 from the Cloak of Death. But with elite and vicious, we probably add a couple more at least. So it should be a snake eyes on that guy. We do shoot off the one troll with our shooting, and we're fighting that one, obviously. So, but you know what didn't happen is anything in combat. Yeah, unfortunately, this was the turn that the storm persisted, and we did not follow through. So we didn't kill anything. We wavered that Manticore guy. I think we only did 8 wounds. We wavered him. Like I said, the failure of doing damage from the first turn on this unit, they only had 4 wounds on him. The uh, the king going into him, 7 attacks, hits on 2s with elite, crush 1. He pulls out another 4 wounds and brutal, and he has a war drum right there. I'm not able to pop him. I also, I wasn't even able to kill the only inspiring unit in range as well with that Manticore character. So yeah, unfortunately, we're in a rough spot. This charge here, I don't know. I'm not expecting to really kill the hordes. I'm hoping to do some damage to try and pick them up later. But yeah, it was a rough turn for combat, that's for sure. So on Philip's turn, this is what we're looking at. So over here, his troll guy was able to, after he countercharged this unit here, he was able to nimble pivot around, get into the flank. And then also, I didn't even waver this unit of Hellstrikers. If I wavered them, he was not able to get the Aura Fury in range. So I would have been safe from not only them, but also Vodler, who was able to see over top and coming in behind. So here we go again, another triple charge on on Wilt Daddy this time. He charged the character. Yeah, it's really really looking rough here. His guy pivoted and then nimble pivoted here to block these guys up. He did charge the regiment there. Yeah, so um, I mean, I have no illusions at this point. He has 3 tokens. I have the one from the middle. I have none though. That guy's gonna die. And I'm losing too much stuff. I'm not killing the stuff I needed to this on turn 2. So we're really really struggling here. We need a lot of help. So goes to his shooting. He starts by Bane chanting the Horde, which no surprise. He Bane chanted the Horde. He tried to bounce the Bane chant, but failed. So no fun for the Storm Shrine. But combat, yep, he does kill Wilt Daddy. In fact, he kills him without even rolling Vodler's attacks. He got me up to 21 wounds with just the Horde and the flank from this guy. So as 18 attacks and 16 attacks, so 34 attacks, and he did 21 wounds. All of them needing 3s and 4s. So Philip got hot. The storm called, and he struck. So, um, yeah. And then he took out that regiment in the center there. He took out that character. You know what he even did? He, with his 5 attacks on a fresh unit of Gladestalkers, he wavered this unit. It was like, oh, come on, give me a chance. There's no fun, no toys. So yeah, like I said, it was kind of on writing was on the wall the turn before, but after that crackback. The only thing that didn't happen was he didn't kill the individual overrunning into my flank and kill this horde too. So it could have been worse, guys. But on our turn, Vodler had reformed because he didn't want this troop to get behind Vodler. So we said, screw it, we're coming off the hill. We're going to Bane chant him. We're going after Vodler himself. And then we were able to do a withdraw. We had just enough room to not be within an inch of this unit. And also from these guys. So we were able to do a withdraw and then a corkscrew charge into these guys who already have 8 or 9 wounds on them. Because this Manticore guy is facing into nowhere, and yeah, we really couldn't. These are gambles at this point. Realistically, I wanted this into the unit, want to kill this unit, but I just my king got wavered as well, so I have no chance of killing that unit up there. We were in a really tough spot, so I'm trying to salvage stuff. And if I'm able to kill, both of these guys, then these two units aren't being threatened by the main things at least. And who knows? Maybe we'll be able to have some miracles coming. We'll see. And then on the right, we charged this guy, and then, like I said, these guys were waivers, so we charged into the flank, and then we backed off. So, you know, miracles all start with one step, and we got two out of the two steps here. We killed Vodler off the flank, which was great. That was our 40 attacks with elite. On fours to wound because we're off the hill, and we bane chanted. And then we killed the storm strikers, hell strikers. Yeah, hell strikers. Which was actually not that easy because of the withdraw -1. We're hitting on fives with elite and only wounding on fours, and even if he's rallied one, so even if he gets wavered, he has the fury here. That was an extremely low success chance of happening, but I gotta get mine sometime too. So, and then we did some wounds there. We came in. We did some pretty decent damage to this guy in the flank. Uh, but I think we had a really good shot at killing him if we had the front as well. I think I was like one or two away. I think I killed him once, and then on the reroll was one shy of a waiver. So if we had done, 3 wounds with this unit, that would have been a kill. But and I think we really, really, really sucked with this unit. I think we did like 1 wound to him. So that was really unfortunate for us. So yeah, this is the board state for that was top of 3 for me. So this is bottom 3. Pretty simple stuff happening here. So he double charged the flank here. I had to overrun because if he kills the individual, he could just overrun into this unit where it was positioned before. So the overrun was the only play to get out of that, or I had to risk a low overrun roll, and I didn't really want to do that. He just flew this guy around. He does kill the individual in combat. We'll see here. He goes flank front. He goes flank. He goes front. He goes front all across the board. So he kills that unit. This unit does survive. The other regiment does not. The Glade Stalkers are all gone. And then he ends up wavering this regiment here, which is a 15-17 unwounded from his 8 attacks that he has. So it's not my game, boys. It's not. But you know what? We're gonna take out everything we can here. So this is top of 4. We take the troop of boss race into the Morax. We say boss race started this fight. They better finish it. We're going after the war drum with this guy. I don't know because it's possible to kill him. Going here. Yeah. And yeah, we just backed up there. So, hey, you know what? Possible is all we need at this point. We killed the or the troll, reformed like this. We killed the Morax and reformed like that. Yep. And then this is where I skipped some pictures. But basically, he comes in, kills this unit, reforms to look towards this way. He double charged the character, I think. But I reformed in such a way that I could go around his units here to come after the horde. And that's what I did. I went around, came after the horde, I killed it, I picked up the token, we turned to face here. Nothing's looking at us currently, and we have a token, boys. We're alive, but not really. So, um, yeah, and the forest warden was wavered, so he's just backed up and whatnot. But the war drum's still there. This manticore's here. Yeah, it's all great. It's all great. We'll be fine. And that unit just got wavered again. Or no, I didn't get wavered. I think I killed the troll. Yeah, the troll came into me. I killed him, and then I backed up and reformed and whatnot, such a way back here. So, but yeah, he has token on this unit. That is across or after a reform will be across the board. He has a token on his shrine, and I'm not removing that. So yeah, even though I picked up a token at the very end, it's not really mattering here. So on Philip's turn, he just picks everything up. He turns the Storm Shrine around, lightning bolts, he Manticore charges that guy, kills, Manticore charges that unit, kills. And that's where the game ends. It took 5 turns this time, so it wasn't over as quickly as the other game. But yeah, looking at the board state, there's a lot more dead than I really expected there to be. Yeah, this army is definitely I think a snowball type army. If it gets off to a really good start, it can just keep going and going. But opposite way too, if it bounces, then it can just fall apart real quickly. And we saw that there on turn 2. I was like, "Yep, this game's over." So it is a lot of fun though. Philip was a great player. I do like his list. Like I said, it's all just meat in that army. It is definitely a difficult army for the Sylvankin to be able to punch through, and then it obviously has enough punch to be able to break through everything the Sylvankin has to offer, and he did so very quickly. So at this point, we're 1-1. We knew there was going to be, with barring any draws, we knew there would be 2 undefeated people by the end of 3 games. So at this point, there's no doubt that I won't be in contention for any awards, which wasn't really going for any. But yeah, you know we have one more game to accomplish our goals. So last game, all we need to do is scout and kill something first turn. So that is our game 2 against Philip, and I appreciate you all for watching. We'll catch you on game 3 and wrap up this one.